The real question is not how to keep from going to hell. The real question is how to get out. Political visionary of a note. In the 60s, George Romero warned us about the tea parties to come with his movie, Night of the Living Dead. Between infrared and ultraviolet, we are the inside of reality. What move it and turn it up, around and on. We are the where you been and the there you go. We ain't perfect, we ain't even rich. We ain't that believable sometime. What we want, what we say, all the upside, inside. By George, they went off like that stuff. We are the silent and the loud, the quiet blue in the sky of morning, the murmuring redness makes when the sun books to light up the rest of the family. We are old as anything, but never stay anywhere too long. We invented whatever you can say, except we don't want to take credit for the bad shit. But we invented that too. My man over there invented God on a humble under a tree, and Jimmy dropped a load on his head. He said, God, and that got over for dough. My wife invented bread from flowers. I said it was a good idea and went off trying to bite a tree. I climbed up in a tree second. She was first. I invented quizzical expressions and long silences. I thought up music the way the sky wanted to get in our business all the time. We are everywhere you've been, and where you going, we let you know to go there. Your boy in the corner asleep invented the devil and got his behind whipped by his own theory. Then tried to lock up what it brought. He invented jails too and was the first one in one. The dude over there crying invented the church. Now he's trying to explain what he meant. We are the fall as he lets you dig it, the spring as you walk through it smiling. We are rain, light and heavy, and fire when it simmers under our food. I thought of speech when my toe got broke, trying to eat a flower. The sky I used to call Sister All. The sky I used to call Sister All and thought Shango was doing it to her. I got here second, my wife was first. I wanted to keep on hunting on the ground till the bite marks made me look like one of them ugly cats who want to sink their teeth into your next is. We were here when anybody thought to think of being here. We was invited to be humans and thought we had copped. We was communists, covered with our natural vines. We let it go for groceries. Didn't have to be cut out when the grocer got ugly. We was big fish and could sing then. We was wailing in the water and Doug Light was in the waves. We explained tides and kept records when Bird was jet black and crisscrossed overhead chasing the sun. We figured out what the soul was watching him. I could sing when my fingers come out. We lived everywhere there is and know everything but what we need to know next. We are the only people that are than nowhere that don't exist. We dream in the billions. Your boy, the dog with the hat on, he invented money. That's why he got a gun. He say somebody want to waste him. We are the shadows that haunt what shouldn't stay around. We are the whispers of the future's wings, the engines of the spirit, the breath of the earth, the dirt, the lips of the water, the beating of the day, night. I come here second. Where was I before? Before is not anybody you know. I used to play the drums when they growed up in my hand. I sat in a tree and thought up numbers. I was a revolutionary from way back. Asked that cat with my bad talk in his ear and new foot up his ass. I confess, evil was an experiment. Don't hold it against me. I knew it was risky. I told your boy Yaku, he dug it later and started a singing group. We were so out, we went away and came back to go again and made a circle to have something to say. Eating was the way we walked. I was never alone. I'd come here second. My wife was first. We know what need to be and keep talking about it. We as singers and drummers and horn players and poets and painters and sculptors and dancers and actors and workers and runners. My man over there thought up flying, but then had to come back when he went to where he started. We was planets and stars We was notes and rest. We walked before the clouds asked us to. We was hungry before we knew about food. We is revolutionary, day and the night. And the star and the somewhere look up, we coming again. We is you too, we is to you, we is come and gone, coming and going, loving and digging, laughing and copying, listening and digging, dancing and timing. We is space and time as a picture card of everything. We is revolutionaries. The world is not what it will be. We is what will make it that and then. We is the never of the yes, the tiny of the grand, the hotness of the cool, the seeing of the believing, the practice of the theory, the history of the future, the lost of the found. We are what you need and what you get if you stay around. We are what we was when you are going where you was and still getting down. We was perfect and rejected it for travel. We is you, we is you, we is us, and you, we is you, and you is everything. All of us is one family, one thing, one mother and father, one every all, none, one every all, never not. We is revolutionaries. We is the earth turning. We is the stars coming. We is the hot rising, the cold descending. We is, we is, we is, we is, we is, we is. When I was a kid, I used to read Chinese and Japanese poetry. I was a weird little kid, actually. And so one time I read something called a haiku, Japanese. So I created something for black people called loku. We don't have, this is not, we don't count the syllables, it's just short. You know? Loku for so what? They asked him the difference between insane and outsane. He said, you know the difference, that's why you asking. 2 days later they came back, he had left a note. It said the same thing. That's when his picture went up in the post office. The caption read, wanted for any reason you could think of. This meant they really did understand. Questions with no air. Why are they so crazy? 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 Why? The pet's reward. On Miss Daisy's deathbed, she told Morgan Freeman he was her best friend. So what about the dog? Dun, 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 dun. Silent night. Whenever the devil is disguised as God, he is called Santa Claus. Dun, 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 dun. Fanon. The cruelest thing the Nazis did, and the most grim, was to turn some of their victims into them. Dun, 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 dun. Was it ever so quiet the room began to ask you questions? Adventures in Negrosity. A Negro tried to cash himself for money at a bank. He got arrested as a counterfeit nickel. Culture. European Jews say the devil speaks perfect German. Black Americans, on the other hand, say he speaks pretty good English, too. Locomotive. The devil said he left heaven because there was too many niggers. That's why he started Europe. Geobolical. According to the devil, when he was first thrown out of heaven, he landed in England. I believe him. Heaven appeared with property, God with slavery. The return of Lon Chaney. If you see a Negro with a white ring around his mouth, Gooba dust will not help. Dun, 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 dun. Achtung. Achtung. The American word for Nazi is American. Catch 27. The real problem is you don't know the real problem. Low coup for Bush 2. The main thing wrong with you is you ain't in jail. Class gas for those who knows. Since the rich eat more than anybody else, it is reasonable to assume that they are more full of shit. In the funk world, if Elvis Presley is king, who is James Brown? God? Yes.